Hey guys, Raiden here, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. I'm sorry it's been so long. I've been concentrating on The Witcher. As I said, I'm going to be releasing a lot more Witcher than I am Pillars. I've been taking a long break from Pillars, and I wanted to come back to it. So, if you remember last time, our camp got ambushed by a bunch of people who seem to be protecting ruins. I don't know why I'm sneaking right now. And they seem to think that we were the ones besmirching their ruins or trying to excavate it or something. And the only survivors we could get were Kaliska, which is a fighter, myself, Law, I'm a monk, and what's this guy's name? Raiden, which is a rogue scout thief. I don't know what it's called. Also trying some new audio levels out, so I'm gonna try and hope that this is the best that it can be. I turned the music down.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Kaliska shakes her head. Windstorm. Of a kind they only get in Ir Glonfoth. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glonfothan, the word is Bioak. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Yeah, I think so. Who attacked us? Glonfothans. Those be the hut dwellers Odema warned you about. Look to the bee fangs of Galawin. Oh my goodness, all these names and words. Who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odema, I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. The Glonfothans said we trespassed in the ruins. I don't believe that. Odema would never allow it. But as much as the fangs are hotheads, Glonfothans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or she glances down at the passage beyond. Or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. What about everyone? Okay, yeah, they're dead. You don't seem too upset about all this. Kaliska looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse, too. Seen worse and kept walking. Because there's nothing else to be done. And because there's other people you care about who still need you. Alright. So, let's keep going. Normally I'd be much more careful in a dungeon, but this part isn't exactly.
See if they left anything useful behind.
Yeah, I'd like to see that too. Alright, so they left a camp. And camping supplies are super useful because you can use them anywhere as long as you're not in a fight, and they regenerate your endurance and health. And endurance and health are two different things, and I'll get to it soon enough. But oddly enough, endurance is actually more useful than health, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So let's get headed down. I'm going to speed this up because I want them to be moving. It's super slow. Oh, what's this? A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and then thin ribs show through its scaly flesh. But you recognize it's a Zarip. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Raise your arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you, finds nothing of interest, and steps back and resumes its defensive posture. It's okay, I won't hurt you. The Zarip recoils, fingers still tightly wrapped around its spear. The creature cocks its head, approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. Okay, it sniffed me again. I'll tear you to pieces, lizard. He seems like a nice enough dude, and he just seems like he's protecting something. I'll leave him be. It's kind of cute.
Look at the tiles.
No, don't step on that.
Symbols.
Oh, okay, I gotta turn this back to normal speed. The Eastern Reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Enable scouting mode to move stealthily and search for hidden objects like traps and secret doors.
How can I help?
So let's have our
Steady
rogue or
does it.
thief
How
do
can I help?
that, especially.
Found something.
Yeah, I realize these are traps. Yeah, this whole floor is a trap. There's no way around it or over it. Oh, can he disarm them? Oh, nope. That's triggering them. Wrong button. Oh, but he can disarm them for sure.
Stay quiet.
Did he just fail? You failed to disarm the trap. What a wonderful rogue to have in your party. Can't disarm traps. Super useful. Alright, anyway, we don't even need to walk through there. We can go around it. There's no reason to even go through there.
Those symbols. Just like the tiles.
There's a puzzle in here, and I haven't managed to figure it out. Use your torch to light the brazier. Line symbol is inscribed on this pillar. An unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. So these all mean something, but I don't know what they mean. I'm just gonna light them all.
Yeah.
Well, now they're all lit. Didn't really do anything as far as I could see. Oh no, what are these? Lesser black ooze. Alright, I'm gonna have him move back once again.
How can I help?
And let's have our two frontline fighters just get right in on us. I mean, it's really better to have the fighters attacking, tanking all the damage. But the thing is with the monks, they require that they are hit. In order to use their abilities, they have to be hit. So we got some lesser black ooze, and here's a corpse. He had a pole axe on him. Two-handed. I don't think any of these characters expect to use pole axes, though. A vicious slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Use your water skin to clear out the ooze. Sure. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of its head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of its pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. A gem fills the other.
That muck on the wall.
I wish I knew. It clings to anything it touches. Let's move forward a little. The sensitivity on this is so low, it's actually kind of annoying. Or on the edge scrolling. Alright, what does this guy have? He has a crossbow. He had an Engwithian relief gem. I think that's the gem that goes in that statue's eye. I'm just picking up everything I know I shouldn't. Let's go ahead and read this tattered journal. Tattered journal. Value, nothing. This small folio is torn in several places, and blood is soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice, and I've got my hands on a genuine Engwithian artifact. Fellow who had it said it was pretty nothing. Was a pretty nothing. That's weird. As far as he's concerned, he's not willing to go digging in some ruins. But if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then that's worth sneaking past a few painted leaves. I'll head to Cillian's Liss in the morning. Then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. So we know where that relief is immediately. Let's go ahead and go over to it. Can we light these braziers too? No, they're just posts. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Alright. Place the gem in the eye socket. The chamber begins to rumble. Stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the walls give away.
What you need?
Okay, so we're dealing with a lesser black ooze, not something that we haven't seen before. Truthfully, I should have the rogue position behind him because rogues actually get backstab damage if they have the perk, which I believe all rogues should have. All right, we found a minor cloak of protection. I'm gonna take that for myself, actually. Does it do anything? Minor cloak of protection. Neck. Oh wait, this isn't me. Properties of fortitude +5, of reflex +5, of will +5. I'll go ahead and wear that. Looking good. Alright, is there anything else we can wear that I want to wear? I don't think so. So we're good on that.
Yeah.
We're good on that. Alright, so now I'm gonna... Oops, I want all of them to be selected. You can switch to a new weapon by selecting... Yeah, I know. Oh, wow. Wait, why are only some of these lit? Wait. Ah, I see. It's a safe way across.
Do you feel that? There's a draft coming through that wall. I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
Okay, there we go. Everyone's in a safe place. Oh, we have some spear spiderlings. Now, I haven't talked about it before, but in the top left corner, as you can see, you have all the spiderling stats right there for you to look at and tell, hey, is this dangerous for me? Although, I think you have to at least have killed one in order to know its stats. Oh, I actually don't even know its stats. I know it's damage reduction. I don't know anything else about it, though. Oh. Okay, you get back. I'm gonna need him to get back. I really shouldn't be fighting the gigantic spider. Okay, now I'm gonna have you get behind her. We actually have a wound stack, so we're gonna use Swift Strikes, which increases our attack speed. And it's actually a really nice skill on the monk. So we took care of the spiders. They were no big deal. Dropped a spider leg. Not sure how useful that is. Oh, there's an exit this way. And it's just a corpse. He had a helmet. And what's this? Oh, I didn't get to see what I picked up. Or did I just drop it on the ground or something? Oh, I think I put it in my stash. Because if you look right here, you can see your stash. Which is, I think how it works is it's a bunch of stuff that you have to go back to in to access, I believe. Either it's that or it's some sort of chest just for crafting. I'm not too sure on it. So yeah, you can see we actually gained XP from discovering this new area. I'm gonna shut up now. Oh, I have to talk. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as a stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The man closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book.
Okay.
Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Addendum added, the Gilded Veil. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place another time. You stand in a circular room, grained and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end of the great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillars an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted. I've never seen that word before. Multifaceted and intertwined. At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard in a ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something that you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way, and that an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Hyodin and Kaliska lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. So, yeah, they're gone for. They're done. I'm going to take things that might be useful. I'm going to take these lockpicks. Take this potion. I'm going to give them this journal because I don't really need it. I'm going to start moving some of this stuff to my stash, I guess. I don't know how the stash system works. I'll look it up for the next episode. I don't think there's anything else I want. Maybe I'll take a few of these. Aside from that, that's it. So let's say goodbye to Hyodin. Callista. Oh, what? That did not look good. Oh, by the way, we leveled up. So I'll go over how that works right now. Over here. Alright, so we leveled up for the first time. We can put things in skills. Now, the way, all of the skills are stealth, athletics, lore, mechanics, and survival. Stealth is, of course, stealth. You can use it to scout, and the higher stealth you have, the easier it is. Athletics keep you from getting fatigued. There are interactions with athletics, like jumping or having to do really quick movements. And it counters, you get less combat fatigue and gain maximum fatigue. So, that's nice. Lore is just things that you use. Basically, it's used to activate scrolls, and scrolls are for wizards, I believe they're called. I'm not one, so I have no real use for it. But it also allows you to know a lot of things about the world. It allows you to just, if you're in a ruins and you see, like, I don't know, like a carving on a stone. And you're like, hey, what does that mean? And you know that because you have high enough lore, and you can take a closer look, and you know what it means, and you could have solved the entire puzzle just by looking at that stone. You also have mechanics, which are traps and locks and bombs and such. It can make things easier to disarm. And then you have survival, which is basically when you eat, take a potion or eat food, it's gonna survive for, it's gonna have a longer duration. And it can also be used in conversations that involve the wilderness, apparently. So I'm gonna put a lot of points in athletics. And I'm going to put, instead of putting some in lore, I'm going to put it in survival. So I'm going to click next. Alright, now we can pick one of our talents. This is probably the most daunting part of the leveling process. Is because I don't know what best or what worst is. And I'm getting 1 point and I have all of these options. But the best part about being a monk is if you don't want to use a weapon, you don't have to focus on any of these weapon focuses. You can go straight to your class. And let's see, lesser wounds lowers the monk's wound threshold, allowing him to gain wounds at a faster rate. You have lightning strikes, which energizes the monk's swift strikes, causing anyone hit by the attack to gain an additional shock damage. And shock damage is just one of the damage types. And mortification of the soul. The monk immediately inflicts enough raw damage on himself or herself to gain a wound. So it's weird because it's hurting yourself to be able to use your skills. So I say either light wounds or mortification of the soul is a good thing to pick up. I think I'm going to go light wounds first and then mortification this next time around. So we leveled up. And Law is now level 2. We don't have any more party members. They've all passed away. Vessel flesh. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Some creepy torture stuff going on over here. Vessel flesh. And vessel flesh. I'm not sure what that's used for. This massive structure... Oops, I walked away. I can actually hear the whispers. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. This massive structure is formed of stone, adra, and copper, and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. Oh, and there's a dude down here. Okay, so now we're going to leave. We're going to go through Valewood and make our way to the next town.
Ready to sleep like the dead.
Oh, we found a corpse. Had a camping kit set up. Now, seeing as how we don't have any party members, we're actually in a very dangerous position. So it's best to stick to the road so I can avoid conflict in general. It's a corpse. I'm not sure if you saw that, but there's like a little shadow that was walking this way. Oh no, please just be one. Okay, if it's just one wolf, we can actually take it. Took it out. Awesome. You got wolf fur. Alright, what does this say? Shattered pieces of crate are strewn across the dirt. Along with a few muddy vegetables. Some mushrooms. It's called Settler's Arrow. Huh. Oh, and another crashed cart. The grass is flattened behind the wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages and potatoes and squash have been overturned and abandoned. I didn't see what I just picked up. I gotta stop doing that. Oh, there's someone we can talk to.
Well met, friend.
The man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? Amuya? Have to say, don't see too many Amuya out this way. You had, oh, it says that because that's my race. I'm an Amuya, I believe. You headed to Defiance Bay? Lots of work in the harbor, I hear. He wipes his brow, turning to face you. Wow, my reading today. The sooner you've cleared these woods, the better, I think. Our caravan was attacked. I'm trying to get to the Gilded Vale. Never mind the woods. There's a strange machine in the ruins up north. There were these figures in clad black performing some sort of rite. What's your hurry? I'm only passing through. I mean to reach the Gilded Vale. Hard luck. I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep on the road. And you haven't far to walk. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine, we came out here to hunt some deer. Came up a bear instead. Great monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. He shakes his head. I didn't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, the forest's already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Who are you? Name's Norton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twists. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. What happened to you? To your friend? We didn't see it coming. Norton's voice shakes as he speaks. We were following a stag, Pearly. He saw something in the brambles, and he went tearing off after it. We all stumbled into a cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before I knew what was happening. Where did you find this bear? In a cave, a ways up that way. He turns to point to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. Farewell.
Yeah.
Well, that's a problem I'd like to solve when we have a party, because I don't think even my monk skills can take down a bear. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. I hope you guys have been enjoying this. I'm going to try to bring it more often, instead of just bringing you The Witcher consistently. So, if you like it or have any suggestions, tell me in the comments. Leave a like. Subscribe for more. Thank you. Go watch part 1 if you haven't. It has some very important info. See you guys next time.
People live close to the earth and the sky.